Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I'm super glad you did. And if you are returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. So I really hope there's no background noise. My workers, as they always are messing around with the greenery out here in the morning. That's what woke me up today. So I really think they're gone, but I still hear some movement. But that being said, I'm gonna try to backlog some videos so y'all are gonna notice I look the same in a bunch of videos. I'm not even gonna announce that in the next ones. I don't really care anymore. You guys already know I backlog videos because I can only shoot 3 days out of the week. I'm lucky if I can shoot on the weekends. So let's first of all get our drink. Friends, I've got coffee. And I wanted to do a quick video to follow up because you guys saw I did my angels video, and in that video I said that I've been trying to get out a video about the Fae for a while, and yeah, the last couple times I have tried, I was having phone problems, I was having interruptions, it just wasn't working. So I really hope I can get this one out today. I don't want to re-record it 5 or 6 times, and if I have to, I'm just gonna scrap it again. I will take that as them telling me they don't want me to make this video. So I want to say first and foremost, if you guys don't know what the Fae is, I want to talk about, they are called the Fae Folk. A lot of people will refer to them as fairies, but what you need to understand is that all fairies are Fae, but not all Fae are fairies. So I like to think of the term Fae as an all-inclusive genus, like the word animal. So within animal, clearly there are wild, there are domestic, and then each of those branch out into lots of different animals within that category. So I hope that helps you a little bit. I will link MINTFAERY'S channel below. I have said that in the last one too, that MINTFAERY'S is where I get all of my Fae information. So I have been doing a lot of studying about the Fae lately because, as you guys know, I am a moderator for a group, so I get Fae questions all the time. And I did kind of know a little bit about the Fae, but not too much, and it just, I'm one of the very few people who speaks up about it in the group, so I have decided to make myself an authority on the situation and learn as much as I could. So I've been binge watching all of MINTFAERY'S videos, watching as many random videos as I can, trying to research here and there the ancient ways of the Fae. So I want to just give you guys a very teeny tiny little basic bare bones introduction for what you need to know about the Fae, okay? Because there are some things that I feel everybody needs to know if you are curious about the Fae. So yeah, there's literally so much that can be said about the Fae, okay? So the way that I got into the Fae is I think it was about 3 years ago. I had a friend who would leave offerings for the Fae, and I went to go visit him at his house, and he was leaving out offerings, and I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, you're supposed to leave offerings for your house fairies. And I was like, oh, that sounds so cute. I want to leave offerings for my house fairies. Okay, first of all, it's not cute, it's not a phase, and it's not something to be messed with, okay? That is how I got roped into the whole thing, because I didn't know anything about it. He sure as heck did not tell me anything about it. He was just like, yeah, you should leave them offerings. They like this, this, and this. And then it showed them respect. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. I want to do that. Okay, so if you are curious at all about leaving offerings for the Fae, one, it does not mean you are working with them. A lot of people are like, no, you can't leave them offerings, then you start working with them. That's not necessarily true. But you have to understand there are very specific little stipulations here and there that you have to tiptoe around so that you do not end up accidentally working with the Fae. Because it's very easy to do that by accident, and then you're just roped into it for life. So that's why people always tell you don't even mess with them. Don't even leave them offerings, don't even talk about them, don't even get curious about them, because it's so easy to accidentally get roped into that, okay? So the reason that I leave them offerings is because, for one, I did it a couple years ago, right? So what you have to understand about leaving them offerings is that they expect you to do it for the rest of your life. If you do it once, it's no longer, it's not cute, it's not a phase, it's not maybe I'll do it once in a while if I can remember. They will mess with you. Y'all know this already. But, yeah, I realized after a long string of bad luck, that's probably because I went through a phase of offering the Fae, never did it again, forgot all about it, and then finally I started getting back into researching and things like that, and I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. So you have to understand that once you're in it for life. It's literally like a gang. Once you're in it, you guys. There's no going back. There's no, well, I don't want to do it anymore, or, oh, I didn't know. You can't. You got to keep doing it. So that's why I'm still doing it here 3 years later, even though now I know what I know. And I have done many wrong things along the way, and that's how I learned what was wrong. So you guys might have heard me say in the last video, I had an opalite angel that ran away. So I did have a little crystal angel figure. It was an opalite angel, and it really helped me along my journey of magic, and it was my best friend for a long time. And I decided that I was going to gift it to another friend, and I was going to do a video about the angel, like working with the angels. So I had taken pictures of it and didn't end up getting to the video. So a couple days later I went back to grab the angel and it was gone, and I could not figure out why. So I had left the Fae Offerings at some point in time, and I brought the offering table inside to clean, and I'm not gonna specifically tell you guys what I leave them because I don't want anybody seeing it as like, oh cool, I can leave them this. No, I don't want you to use what I do at all. I don't want you to take this as suggestions by any means. I want you to understand this is a very serious thing, okay? So I left them offerings, and I brought the table inside to clean it because there was yuckies all over it and I didn't want it to collect bugs. And there was what looked to be a teeny little lawn shrimp. It was so microscopic, and I took it inside because I was like, there's no way this is an offering, it's a bug. We make fun of that all the time in the group. People will post pictures of bugs on their altar and they're like, oh my god, is this the Fae? Did the Fae leave me an offering? And we're always laughing about it because we're like, not everything is magical, okay? So I brought it in because I was like, I don't want to be dumb like the people that we make fun of and say that, you know, this is an offering. It's just a bug. This bug just happened to land on the offering table, and, you know, I was like, just in case it's not, I'm gonna put it in my plant, you know? Didn't even think twice about it. And I know this already, that if you move the offering table, which you should not do ever, I know that now, but if you take an offering inside from the Fae, you are supposed to leave an offering in exchange before you move that one. And I know that. And I still did this anyway because I was so blown away by it. I was like, I have to take pictures. I have to ask everybody what this is. How did this get here? So I completely forgot about that. And all of a sudden my opalite angel was gone. I still have yet to find it. I'm not gonna ask for it back. I hear this all the time in the group. People are like, oh, this, and this went missing, and I think it was the Fae, and all I have to do is ask for it back, and they always give it back. Do not ask for things from the Fae. You guys don't understand. That puts you in that situation of working with them, okay? That is asking a favor of them. You are now indebted to them because they gave you that favor. Even though in your brain, that's mine, you took it, I want it back. That's not how it works for the Fae, okay? So you guys need to understand the Fae folk are ancients. They were here long before we were. So their ways of respect are way different than our ways of respect are. And they are not going to adjust themselves to our ways, okay? So they expect us to learn their ways of respect and adjust to them. That is a big reason people say don't thank the Fae ever. So if you ever find something that you think is an offering from the Fae, for one, you should leave an offering before you take it. And then they say, if you're not going to take it, say, no thank you, I can't accept this gift, leave it or bury it. But for two, you don't say thank you because it's disrespectful. So to them, a lot of people will tell you it is putting you in debt. Yes, it is, because you are expressing that you are taking that gift from them. But for two, thank you is so overused to them that it's disrespectful, much like I love you. To them, that's just disrespectful. It has no meaning. They don't want to hear it. So another thing that's very disrespectful to the Fae is for you to call them cute little fairies. So you don't address the Fae because we are not technically supposed to know about the Fae. So you don't walk outside with a plate of offerings and say, here you go, little fairies, this is for you. You do not do that. That's very disrespectful. They do not like that. They will not be happy with you. And I, again, have made this mistake before because I wanted them to know where the offering table was. So I definitely don't do that anymore. I have also moved the offering table to a permanent spot off of my patio. That way I don't have to worry about any Fae folk getting mad that I am taking their offering table inside. So it is now in a permanent spot away from my house so that I am not inviting them into my house, so that I am not taking from them. I now leave offerings on leaves or things outside in normal nature type stuff so that it can, you know, be degradable. It can be left there. It'll be fine if it's left there. So I made sure it was in a really good hiding spot, that way no kids come across it, and it's still in a place that I can access easily, and they know now that that is their permanent spot for my offerings, and that I leave them things there. They know it because every time I go out there, they're cleaned, they're licked clean, very, very clean. So I know that they know it. But I should have like made a list because I feel like I'm just jumping all over the place. But I want to explain that the reason why I leave them offerings, other than the fact that I started and I still have to, is out of respect. So I do not ask them for anything. A lot of people will try to work with the Fae or seek out the Fae. That's usually what happens when I do this video. Okay, maybe I can roll with it. Is that super bright? We'll just keep going. So a lot of people will ask of the Fae when they leave an offering, help me keep my house clean, help me do this, please don't take from me, things like that. Do not ask anything of them. All I ever do when I put out the offerings is to show respect. You have been here longer than I am. I need to respect you and your people and your culture, and here is my neighborly gesture to show respect. So Mint Fairy does a great job of teaching you guys different things you can give them to show respect without overtly working with them, and I have used many of her tips and tricks here and there, but I have also taken things out of context and done things wrong and have suffered consequences from it. So I'm not going to tell you guys what those are for the exact same reason. I don't want you to take these as suggestions, okay? So this is very, 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 very important stuff, and I just find myself telling people this all the time, okay? So what I like that Mint Fairy did say is you will see the Fae folk out in nature as normal things, bugs or animals, but they will seem a little bit more spectacular than normal. So they might have a different color discoloration, they might have a shiny sheen to them, something just a little off about that thing. So people will always take pictures of bugs that are extraordinary and ask if it is Fae, things like that. So you are not supposed to overtly look for the Fae, but if you happen to notice one, take mental note that it is the Fae. So I have done this before where I went to put out offerings and I heard a little something scurry into the bushes and keep moving around, try to look at me to see what I was doing, and I've had some run-ins. I try not to talk about them very much because I don't want to upset them. I don't want to be disrespectful, and that's why I have respected that these videos never work because if they don't want me to talk about it, they don't want me to talk about it, right? That's what Mint Fairy is for. She's doing a great job, and clearly she's okay with doing it. But yes, I have had run-ins with the Fae. In real life, in dreams, the Fae folk will come to you in your dreams. You will have some pretty crazy dreams and you will see lots of them and you will remember it very clearly. So there's just so much I could say about the Fae, but I'm trying to tell you guys the basic do's and don'ts. That way this video isn't too long, because it looks like we're already running at 15 minutes and I probably already said too much. So I just wanted to give you guys a little basic knowledge, like do not think this is anything cute or fun or anything to mess with. Do not put out things thinking that, yay, I'm gonna get gifts or the fairies are gonna come visit me. That's not how it works. They're not all cute little fairies. There are lots and lots and lots and lots of Fae folk, so if you put out something for the Fae, you might not just get fairies back in return, okay? So there are lots of Fae folk, lots of goblins, lots of things that are inclusive in the Fae folk, okay? So you have to understand, if you start seeing crazy stuff, you're not going crazy, but that's what you get for giving things to the Fae. You brought that upon yourself, okay? So I tell people this all the time because they'll find a little rock or a feather or something directly in their path. The Fae will always leave something directly in your path for you to find it. It's not something that's hidden somewhere and you're like, oh, I found this hidden, was it the Fae? No, they will leave it directly in your path so that you see it and you know that it is for you and no one else has touched it, and it's gonna seem really fantastical and really odd that that thing is there, and that's why, because it is from the Fae. You are supposed to, one, either leave an offering before you take it, do not say thank you, just kindly maybe pluck some hairs out of your head, drop it there, take it home. Don't say thank you, not even in your head. Just, oh, a gift, here is a gift. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be so conscious not to say thank you in your mind or out loud. And you can't just take it. You can't, you guys, because I've seen this time and time and time and time and time again, where people go, there was a feather on my doorstep, this beautiful rock was in my, and I took it inside and I did this, this, and this, and then a week later they're like, guys, I think the Fae's messing with me. Yeah, you took their offering, did not leave any offering back. You were disrespectful, so now they are going to take things from you. They are going to mess with you, and people think, oh, they're just little tricksters. It's not a big deal, I can deal with it. Do not underestimate the Fae folk, you guys. You don't understand how many creatures are inclusive in the term Fae folk. And you will not just have little things moved here and there. They can make your life a living hell. They can really ruin your life, really mess with your head, mess with you in your sleep, mess with you in your dreams. They can really wreak havoc, you guys. And people don't understand that. And they think they're just playing with fairies. It's not just fairies. It's not just cutesy stuff. It's not a phase. It's not a fad. It's not something you can do right now just because you feel like it and never do it again. I need to stress the absolute importance of the fact that you guys do not mess with the Fae. Do not mess with the Fae. Do not work with the Fae. Mint Fairy has said herself, the Fae will tell you that they don't want you to work with them, okay? People seek them out thinking, oh, they want my help. They don't care about us, you guys. They don't like us. They don't want us. They don't care about us. They think we are disgusting, disrespectful creatures that ruin Mother Gaia. They do not like us. They do not want our help. We want their help. We want to work with them. So you guys need to come from that place of understanding that, get off your human high ego place that you're in where you think they need me. They don't need you. They haven't ever needed you. They're never gonna need you. You need them, and you are seeking them out, and you need to play by their rules, okay? So I want to also stress the importance that Mint Fairy tells you a lot of things that will attract the Fae, that are nice things to give the Fae, lots of things that the Fae really like, but you need to not only watch the cute videos of hers that are talking about that, you need to also watch the warning videos, the scary videos, the ones that you don't want to watch, because it's so important that if you are going to learn about the Fae, you need to learn about the Fae. You need to learn everything. Please, you guys, do your research. Be so careful. Please understand they're playing by different rules, okay? And we need to play by their rules, or they're just gonna ruin your life for the rest of forever. And I have done many things wrong, and I have reaped those consequences. So I can tell you guys firsthand, that's why I do all the research that I do. That's why I am trying my hardest to tell people this as soon as I possibly can. When people start saying, I am interested in working with the Fae, or I am interested in learning about the Fae, or I'm interested in leaving them offerings, I immediately give them a huge list of warnings and tell them to watch Mint Fairy's channel and not to do it, because you guys don't understand even the tippy tip top of that iceberg that you're getting yourselves into, okay? So I'm really glad that I was able to get this video recorded, even with the situation. I'll put it back up for the next couple videos and hopefully they do okay. So I don't think I'm ever going to make another video about offerings that I give the Fae, about things that I give the Fae, or how I give them offerings or how I receive offerings. I don't want to talk about any of that. That's not what my channel's about, and I don't want you guys to take suggestions, because that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I am not trying to have anybody come to me weeks from now saying I ruined their life because they wanted to leave offerings to the Fae. Listen to me carefully, y'all. Do not leave them offerings. Do not seek them out. Do not try to talk to them. If you have dreams about them, and you are curious, either go down the rabbit hole and go wholeheartedly and do it carefully, or don't and stay the heck away from them. I'm trying so hard not to cuss. And you guys just really need to understand that it's serious. It's serious business, okay? If you guys believe in things like angels, aliens, deities, there are so many things outside of ourselves that have been here way longer than us and will be here long after we're gone, and will go to other places, and they don't need us, they don't want us. We are but teeny tiny humans that are horrible creatures, right? We're so disrespectful to the earth, we're so disrespectful to each other, and they just don't want anything to do with humans. And there are very few creatures who see the light in humanity and want to help exacerbate that light and bring love to the human race, because we are just such a horrible, tortured species that just doesn't quite get it. Everybody else works through light and love, and the humans want war and violence instead. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. I really hope I didn't leave anything out, but I'm sure if I did, there's probably a reason why it slipped my mind. So yeah, I don't know what else to say to you guys without getting very specific, and I just wanted to do a very tiny little overview. Like I told you guys, this is the bare bones. Like, think about how many bones there are in the human body. I gave you guys this little bone right here. That's it. Not even that. I probably gave you an ear bone, a tiny little inner ear bone, just one, not even all three, just one inner ear bone. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. I will link Mint Fairy's channel in the description. Please check her out. Do not just take my word for it, you know what I mean? Go do your own research. And I always feel like telling people not to do things will inherently make them go do it, because people are children. So what can you do? You know what I mean? I'm expressing as much concern as I possibly can and trying to be as sincere here as I possibly can with the situation. But if you don't want to listen to me, you don't want to listen to me, and you're gonna see it for yourself. So at least be informed, do your own research, and be careful, you guys. Be safe, okay? I love each and every one of you, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you guys. And yes, some trickster things may be cute and funny, and some of them are just not. So be very careful, friends. Be very careful, okay? I know this is a long video, and thank you so much to any of you who stuck around with me for this one. I wanted something to share in the group for when I have to give them this spiel, because I've just been sharing around Mint Fairy's channel, which I will continue to do, but I'm also going to have a video now to share with them. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, that's cool. Thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. And why don't you know what? I don't even care what you put in the comments. I don't even care. I can't believe that my backdrop fell. I'm just glad that I got this video done in one piece without my alarms going off, or without my phone shutting off, or without something falling. Except for that. So, I really hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day. Y'all already know my spiel. There's that Amazon wish list in the description. All my socials, all my booking info, all that good stuff is down there for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? I got 2 more coming, and hopefully I can get them out. So I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Namaste.